Alright, what's up, dickweed? We're back with day 3 of these albums. Holy shit, I'm getting tired. I have talked way too much today. Anyway, so today I'm going to be reviewing the 8th studio album from All Time Low, which is called Wake Up Sunshine. Oh boy. I'm telling you guys now, I was excited for this album. You just listen. So we moved to the first single of the album, which really got me excited for it. The first track is called Some Kind of Disaster, and I like the surf rock feel. It kind of reminds me of their 2011 album, Dirty Work. His girlfriend expresses a lot of love for him, but he knows he's a disaster, so why even try to do anything with him? And the solid refrain, where it builds from the drums, is actually very enjoyable. And this was what really got me excited for the album, because it was a solid opener, and it seemed as if they were moving into a more pop rock. Well, they've always been pop rock. I would just say that they've kind of moved in a direction where it's less punk oriented and just more of a pop album. We then move on to the next track, which is Sleeping In, and this song is literally the Lazy Song by Bruno Mars, just over a ska beat. Like, it's literally the same concept, just we want to stay in bed, do nothing at all, hoo hoo. And then I do like the chorus, and the melody is very catchy, but it's just, I don't know, it's just very unoriginal. The song was also written by Bonnie McKee, who is a very, let's just say she's a very crappy pop artist. There's not really a lot of originality, even though Alex Gaskarth does have a lot, he does have a writing credit for all of the songs. He's literally the only writer that's on the album. Literally, there's a lot more people on here than just that. Dr. Luke is on this track, Max Martin is on this track. Like, just a lot of big names that kind of ruin pop artists, and they just didn't help. I mean, the next two songs, Getaway Green and Melancholy Kaleidoscope, they're all written by Alex Gaskarth, Zach Cervini, and Phil Gornell, but literally these songs have no kind of substance to them. I don't enjoy them at all. We then move to Trouble Is, and the song, it has a very mid-2000s feel, sounds like an emo 2005 track, but like I said, it doesn't have a lot of personality to it. All Time Low have solid albums. I would believe that everything started to go downhill after Last Young Renegade, because that's when they kind of kept switching to a more pop-based sound. It's kind of the same way that like 5 Seconds of Summer started to get bad. And no, if you look at that Spotify thing that I have, I am not reviewing to that album because I listened to the first 3 tracks of it and I already didn't like it. We then moved to the title track, Wake Up Sunshine. I actually like the song. It switches to a little bit of a heavier chord. Kind of reminds me of their 2015 album Future Hearts. It's a very catchy chorus as well, but it just... It makes it seem as if it's a... See, this album has a lot of writers on it, and it just seems so... just so barren. It just seems so cardboard, and it just doesn't have any kind of originality behind it. Most of the songs on here are just not any kind of helpful. And then we move to the next track, Monsters featuring Black Bear, and literally nothing on this song I enjoy besides Black Bear's verse. He steals the show, as I love his flow over the beat, but like everything else is just a boring song without him. As he has a writing credit on this album, on this song, but I'm pretty sure he wrote his own thing, and then everybody else wrote the verses for All Time Low. And then we move to the interlude, Pretty Venom, which is nothing. And then we move to Favorite Place featuring the band Camino. And even with 2 bands on this song, I can't find anything special about this song. Like, I really can't. And then we move to a track which is kind of a breath of fresh air, as we move to Safe. It's a very indie rock song in a way, and it's a fun-loving track. You know, it's very what I call put your feet on the dash, love you anywhere. Shit like that, where you just kind of put your feet up and vibe, you know what I mean? And then we move to a track that I was genuinely happy about, because there's actually some kind of substance on this album, called January Gloom, Seasons Part 1, and I think they use the cold weather to emphasize wanting another person, saying they bring light to their dark. Just very teenage shit like that, and it's very weird that they're still talking about teenage subjects, considering the fact that Alex Gaskarth just turned 33. Everybody else on this album just have like this weird mentality that everything has to be written because of charts and numbers and shit like that. We then move to Clumsy, which, it's alright. And then we move to the next song, which is called Glitter and Crimson. This literally sounds like a Neck Deep track. And it would be better that way, as it is as it is a sad all-time low song, it just doesn't convey the same emotion as other people who can pick up an acoustic guitar and make it so much better, especially people like Neck Deep or even This Wildlife with their covers. And then we move to Summer Days, which is Seasons Part 2. I love how they pretty much made this song just to shout out the sad Summerfest that was supposed to go on. Not as much as I can draw from Part 1. I feel like the whole Seasons aspect was just made just for them to express their sad summer album. And then we move to the final track, which is Basement Noise in the Basement, Noise in the Basement. I am disappointed by this album, for the simple fact that it doesn't give enough substance, and it's so blatantly not all-time low, and that it's made from somebody else. The fact that there's a little bit less of a robot feel to it, where all-time low, they, like, besides some kind of disaster, Black Bear's verse, and January Gloom, and even Safe for that matter, everything else just sounds like it's somebody else, or there's no real feeling behind it. The vocals are average, the instrumentals are generic, not enough material to analyze, and this is why I'm going to be giving this album solid 2 out of 10, which is going to put it onto the bad board. Okay, so I'm finally done with the 3 albums. Holy shit. But anyway, guys, I'm starting to listen to more albums. If you guys want me to listen to any more albums, just let me know, and I'll put it onto my ever-expanding queue to listen to them. I do plan to listen to several, but it takes me a little bit, considering... but, you know, now that summer's here, I'm actually able to listen to more, and I'm able to relax a little bit more. So, look for more videos in the future, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys later.
Anime bitches, I look at her titties, then I take her home and we count up these 50s. I come to your city, I sneak in your chimney, I tickle her kidney, and then I watch Disney. I love me some hentai, I go on next videos. Bitch, I'm deep, stick my dick in your Cheerios.